Wild for Games coming at you guys from my stream support playlist where I'm helping to expand your brand in streaming, broadcasting, and camming needs. Today's video, we're going to go over how to stream from your mobile device, whether it be a tablet or iPhone, as long as it's an Apple device. So let's go over to the computer. I'm going to show you how to do this right now. Okay, first things first, all you have to do is download the app. To download the app, log into your app store and go to the search function and type in IRLtv. So IRLtv. Should be one of the first things. Go ahead and click on that. And you want to look for the Twitch symbol that has the record dot in the center. Go ahead and click on that and it'll load up the program for you. From here, you can research the program more if you like to. It tells you a little bit about what comes with the program upon purchasing it. What's new and the newest updates and what they plan to come out with. More information if you're so inclined to research about the program, and if you want to read reviews and previous versions of what they had or even think about the development. But if you like to buy it, just go up to the top and click on where mine says open, but I already own it. But I think it's about $5.99 if I remember correctly. And you can buy add-on additions like better camera and higher bit rates if you want to. But you can buy those as a pack. So I'm just going to go ahead and open mine here. It's going to take somewhere between, I don't know, 20 to 30 seconds to load. It's going to show me right when it loads. Forgive me if the camera's a little shaky. It is on a loose gooseneck, so this way I can show you all the things because I do have to be able to reach and tap buttons here. But it's going to load, and it's going to load one of two ways. It's either going to show a front-facing camera or it's going to show an away-facing camera. It's whatever's the default setting for your iPhone that you have there. So there I am. Hello everyone. How's everybody doing today? So let me go over what you're going to see here. In the top left corner is where your title would be. So this is where you would change your title upon when you would actually go live. Right now it just has a default. It wants you to fill it in. So usually this is where you put your title, put something clever and snazzy. It will delete if you exit the program. So make sure you look at that to make sure you update it before anytime you go live. The squares that are in front of me, you got IRLtv, creative, social eating, and music. So you can broadcast to any one of these channels. The main one everybody's doing right now is IRLtv for obvious reasons. It's just in real life kind of adventures that you have that you're able to take on the go with you. But you can do outside painting or drawing here. You can go to restaurants and do reviews here. Or maybe you're playing outside in a park and you want to do music here. So it's completely up to you. So make sure you select one of the correct categories. All you need to do is just go ahead and click on what section you want. So if I want to do creative, just tap creative. If I want to do social eating and music and so forth, that's all it is. This will put you under the correct category for when you actually start streaming. So let's say if I was going to do IRL, I just leave it on there. It's highlighted. The buttons that are, or the symbol that's right here, this is your actual signal strength that you currently have. If you notice in the top corner up here that I am on my Wi-Fi network. What I'd recommend is if you know you're going to be within Wi-Fi, leave it on Wi-Fi. But if you're going to be moving around, leave it on LTE or any mobile kind of searching, because if it's going to grab a Wi-Fi network as you're moving from one location to the next, you're going to drop rates or drop actual signal, and it's going to cut your stream. I learned this the hard way. Just leave it on LTE, so that way it's always constantly pulling that, and it's not trying to grab a different signal from like a Starbucks or a restaurant, because the program has problems switching to and from those. So leave it only on Wi-Fi if you're going to be on a Wi-Fi network, or leave it only on LTE if you're going to be on LTE. The next thing that is right here, sorry, it's flipped for me, so it's confusing, is your Twitter. You can link up your Twitter in the settings, which we'll go over in a second. I don't do this, but I do recommend it if you're going to do a lot of IRL streams, because you can just punch it once. It'll put this title in your Twitter box, and it'll say, Wild for Games is now streaming adventures in the park. And it'll post that for you, so that way you don't have to do anything. You don't have to swap or move over to another program to promote yourself as you're going through there. And then the very last thing is the gearbox right here, which has all the settings, which we're going to go over right now. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. Sorry if my hand gets in the way or it gets shaky. So here's all of your settings that you're going to use. So we'll go through all of them real quick. So you got donation settings, chat settings, RTMP settings, video settings, notifications, overlay, Twitter, your logs, chat notifications, your VODs, anything you need made to change your account. And here's where you can buy to add on more things, or you can contact the developer if you have any questions, which I'll go to at the very end here because they are really good. So at the top, we got donation settings. If you do want to accept donations, this is where you set up. It's very like any donation PayPal program out there. But the cool thing about this is you can link it to some accounts out there. I use Streamlabs at the moment, but as you can see, you can link your Streamlabs, you can link your stream tips, and you can add your Tippy stream as well. So whichever program you use, you can integrate into the system for free, which is really nice. From here, you have chat settings. The next one we have here is chat size. This will be the actual displayed chat that will be in the upper left-hand corner that will be overlaid onto your video so you can read along and answer questions as people are watching you. And then you have the ability to increase the size for mods, subs, or staff. This way you notice certain people that you need to notice, like your mods and subs, because you want to give them a little extra love, or staff that may come in. And then you have sub colors, which I do recommend because they stand out a little bit more. And I do like to have my mods in green so that way I know who's in there by just quickly looking. You can have all these different settings that the way that you like them. Go through them all. The thing I would recommend is do actually make the chat kind of big. Depending on your screen size, this comes up very tiny. I wouldn't recommend anything below 24. And the bigger you get, obviously it's going to take up more screen. So you kind of have to find a very happy medium. The only way you're going to know that is by testing. But one of the cool things about this program is you go all the way down here to the bottom is something that I recommended the programmers, and they actually were able to put in, is they have text to speech. So if you're going to do something that's very active, that you don't have a lot of times to look at the screen, perhaps you're bike riding or you're jogging or you're moving through a convention center, anywhere where there's a lot of distractions and you're not going to be able to look at the chat, you can plug in your buds, and every time something comes up on screen that's sent from a mod or a viewer, regular, or admin, it will read it back to you. It'll say their screen name followed by their message, which is really cool because if you're on the go, you can just listen to the message that's being said to you and reply back. You do have to have text-to-speech turned on before you start broadcasting. So that is a simple note. If you don't want it on, make sure you leave it off before you start broadcasting. Right now, I'm just going to leave it off for the sake of this example. Next, we have RTMP settings. This is where I'm a little confused. This is where you put in all of your stream keys and things like that, but this gives you basically your bit rates. If you get the basic version, you're stuck at a high cap of 2,500 at a 720 resolution. If you do pay for the higher settings, I believe you can go to up to 60 frames per second, and I don't know what it caps at the bit rate for the unlocked version. I would imagine probably 5,000 or 6,000, and you do get to stream at 1080. So if you're going to do a lot of high definition streams, you might want to look at that. I think each plugin, if you buy them separately, is $5. I think total they cut you a deal at 20 bucks. So you might want to take a look at that. But this is where you put all of your kilobit settings in here. The next one we have is video settings. Again, you're locked in at only 720 for the basic version. If you do pay for the advanced version, you get to go up to 1080. But here you can change things like zoom, your image stabilization if you want it, which I recommend. And here is where you have front cam default, which is how you guys were able to see me at the very beginning. You have to change, or you have to make up your mind before you start your stream, because switching between front and back camera, at least in the last version, drops your stream or will drop an insane amount of frames until you flip it back. So for me, when I stream, I pick one and I continue it throughout the stream. If I'm going to be doing something like eating at a restaurant or convention walking, I'll have the camera facing towards me so I can look at chat and people can see my reactions. If I'm on one of my painting streams or I'm doing one of my bike rides, I have the camera facing towards the action, and that's pretty much it. So make sure you choose what you want to do right when you want to start streaming, if you want to have a front-facing camera towards you or an away-facing camera, because you won't be able to make the change, even though it says you can, unless they fix that in a prior update. Next, you're going to have your notification settings. These will be on-screen notifications that'll show for you. Some people like these, some people don't. It does take up screen size, can block some things, so it's completely up to you. Here you get to show, if you want to show notifications, show donations, show them on stream, if you want to show bits and so forth. And if you get any subs or any follows or anything like that, you can go through all of these and click on or off what you like. I keep it to a minimum. I usually just show bits or follows or subs and bits. It depends on what I'm going to be streaming, but it's cool that it gives you the option to make the change on the fly before you start your stream. Again, make these changes before you start streaming. I can't stress that enough because it does cause problems. And then here you have your overlay settings. I haven't had a chance to dive into this yet because they just came out with this just I think about a week and a half ago, but from what I've learned, you can add overlays on top of your stream. So it looks like it's a paid version, so it looks like it's going to cost $5 but basically what I get, you can load a PNG into here and you can add an overlay on top of your stream. Maybe if I get a little more extra coinaroo around here, I will see what that looks like, because that could be really interesting for some painting streams that I do. The next thing you're going to have here is your Twitter settings. This is where you link your account to your Twitter. So like I showed you on the front of the screen before, you can just hit that tweet button and it will post straight to your channel there, what you're currently doing. It's very nice, especially if you're switching between titles. If you're like walking around a lake, let's say, and you can just do lakeside adventures, and then maybe you find a restaurant you want to go to, you can just change your title and tweet that out. This way you don't have to leave your streaming program to go to Twitter and then post and then come back. So you can do it all within one program. And then below here, it's got your logs, which shows you the logs of what you actually streamed or if there's any errors. And then there's chat notifications and then saved VODs and then changed account. And then down here is where you can try Pro. I think they give you 1 to 2 weeks of free and then you can buy again, or you can buy things in chunks because maybe you just want a little higher resolution camera or buy notifications or higher output and so forth. If you need to contact the developer, here's all the information for that. They're actually really good at getting back at their tweets. I've suggested a few things for them and they've made the changes. They're really cool guys, so give them a nice little follow on Twitter. And that's pretty much it. So once you have all your settings plugged in here, you just go back to your main screen. So once you're back at the screen here, let's say you want to go live. All you need to do is type your title here in the top left corner. I'm going to block some of the camera, so forgive me. Let's just call it Ryan Time. And then just tap once on the screen so it goes back and away and hide the keyboard there. And then all you got to do is just click on the Go Live button and you'll see that it'll start ramping up your kilobits. It's first going to connect and let you know you're going live, and then it's going to show you what you're actually broadcasting out down here. So it's going to start climbing its way up from about 500 to its max ability. Now, please note, if you're moving really fast, like on a bike or a car, it may have a hard time connecting. But once it's all connected, all you do is go up here to the top left-hand corner and you'll start to see all the chat come in. Now, I doubt anybody will come in because this is just a tutorial and I'm just having fun, but you'll see this cycle through a few things, and it'll show you your kilobits, it'll show your connection, and I believe even resolution. So there you go. We've got Lord Schaefer in here saying, hey Wild, it's an early stream, and you can see that he is a mod. So it coats him in a different color, and he can spam chat, and he's having fun. I'm surprised someone's here. And then we have Hypno. Hey, Lord Schaefer. Hey, Hypno, how you guys doing? I'm doing a tutorial for YouTube for people, so I'm going to sign off real quick. But thank you for stopping in here. It's always fun. Thank you for spamming. But this shows you how people interact and how they chat. I put the black on there because it's easier for me to read because of the contrast. And also, if I had text-to-speech on right now, it would be saying all of their chat to me, as well as the emotes. So if you don't know what certain emotes are, it's going to actually read out what the prefix and the suffix is for them. So hopefully that showed you guys everything that you needed to know. If you have any questions, feel free to tweet me, of course. But I'm going to log off and show everybody there. See, there's where it shows all the emotes for everyone. So to log off, all you do is just tap. Where is it? There we go. You pull up. So here's it's going to show you everything. So on the bottom left, right there, that's where you would switch your camera. And here's some other settings for your camera turn on and off, chat on and off. There's your Twitch, and there's notifications, plus the stop button. So if I wanted to show you my screen, which is going to show my computer screen, which could drop here. Oh, it doesn't this time, which is good. Maybe they changed that in an update, but that's all you do to switch cameras. You just switch it right back, and that's pretty much it. So if you need to hide this, just swipe down. If you need to pull it, just hold and swipe up. You gotta do it below the text. So there you go. That's all the things that you guys needed to know. And to finish any one of your streams, just obviously click the stop button right there. And it'll show you how long you've streamed for, what's your highest views, what was the amount of chowders in there, and how many subs you gained for that particular stream. It's a really cool program. For the amount of money you're gonna pay, it's very, very good. It's intuitive, it's simple, and it's It's the only one for Apple, so you're kind of stuck at the moment until Twitch comes out with theirs. But it's a fun program. I say go ahead and give it a try. I will, of course, put all the links in the description below for anything that you need. And to clear out the screen, just hit the red box, obviously. And if you want to stream again, just change your title and go from there. Thanks for watching my video. Hopefully that helped you guys out a lot. Mobile broadcasting is a lot of fun, and once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy to do. So hopefully, guys, you liked this video. If you did like it, make sure to give it a nice thumbs up and hit that sub button. If you guys want to support me, you can follow me on my social media accounts at Wild4Games on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. And if there's anything you guys like to know, leave it down in the comments. I'll be happy to answer any questions that I can. There's a couple of videos over there to the side that might help you expand your brand as well. I will see you guys next time. Take care.